Uh, and we'll also have the closed caption option in Zoom turned on if you would like to utilize this feature. So now let's get into what we're going to cover today. So call for entries is an opportunity for CNM members to gather and ask questions about the application process for Salute to Excellence 2024. Today, you will hear from our Salute Planning Committee. You'll hear from our award funders and past Salute winner who will share their insight into the application process and overall experience of being a Salute finalist. If you have any additional questions, please go ahead and drop those questions in the chat. We will do our best to get to those and answer those questions for you. Now, I'd like to bring in the host for this afternoon, which is going to be CNM's President and CEO, Megan Flippin.
Thank you, Kara. I'm really thrilled to be here as the new CEO for CNM. And while I am relatively new to CNM, having joined just 4 months ago, I am very passionate about our mission and the impact that we make in the nonprofit sector. And today we are gathered here to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Salute to Excellence. This event has such a rich history of recognizing and honoring outstanding achievements in the Middle Tennessee nonprofit community. Finalists and winners in each award category receive cash prizes and community recognition for their hard work and excellence. And over the last 3 decades, Salute to Excellence has become a symbol of innovation, impact, and excellence. I'm honored to be a part of this event and this legacy and excited to continue the tradition of celebrating and uplifting the incredible work done by so many organizations in our community. So thank you for being here today. I look forward to a memorable and inspiring event. I'm excited to share that this year's Salute to Excellence will have a new format as a luncheon, taking place on Thursday, October 24th at the Music City Center. We're thrilled to embrace this opportunity to celebrate the nonprofit community in this particular setting. And at this time, we'd like to honor and express our heartfelt gratitude to our incredible philanthropic partners who have been steadfast supporters of Salute to Excellence over the past 30 years. Your generosity and dedication have played a pivotal role in shaping the success and impact of our programs, and we are very much thankful for the ongoing support. So today we are officially introducing Amazon as the 2024 presenting sponsor for Salute to Excellence. In 2022, Amazon became an award sponsor, and we are thrilled to welcome them as the presenting sponsor for this year. Their commitment to excellence and community impact aligns perfectly with the spirit of Salute to Excellence, and we look forward to an impactful partnership with this event. We are honored to have Courtney Ross, Amazon's Senior Manager of External Affairs, joining us on the call today. Courtney, thanks for joining us, and I will turn it over to you to say a few words this afternoon.
Thank you, Megan. And I apologize, I'm not on camera right now. As many of you know who I talk to on a constant basis, I'm always on the go, and today is no different. But I couldn't miss this opportunity to be with you all today and express our excitement and just overall gratitude that this event is back this year for the 30th year, and we're so excited about the lunch format. We're so excited about honoring all of the incredible nonprofits that are in our Nashville community and that make it so incredible. I have the pleasure with working with many of you on the call, and I just am really excited to work with you all in this capacity and just truly partner with Megan and the team at CNM, Kara, and everyone to really make this a spectacular event. So thank you for the opportunity. Thank you all for being here. And thanks for giving us the chance to be a part of it. So thank you.
Thank you, Courtney, and thanks for joining us this afternoon. Your leadership and dedication to CNM's mission and this event are really inspiring, and we are just so honored to have Amazon as our presenting sponsor for this year. So now it's also my pleasure to introduce a key leader who has been instrumental in making Salute to Excellence a success year after year. In 2022, he served as a panel review chair, and this year we are thrilled to have him as our 2024 Salute event chair. Please join me in welcoming Pratik Chauhan. Pratik, thanks for joining us. I believe you have a few words for our friends on the call today.
I do, Megan. Thank you very much. First of all, I'm very grateful for this privilege to serve as the chair of this superb event. And I want to thank for everyone's hospitality, making time and joining us for this call. First, I want to thank Kara, Megan, and the whole team at CNM. This is a hard work. Day after day, you come in with a great effort and make this event happen. So thank you very much. And I want to thank panel chairs and the panelists for making time and reviewing the applications. You'll have a privilege to read firsthand about the great work which is done by the nonprofits. You'll be inspired. You might tear up from my personal experience, I'll tell you. And you might even find a cause that'll tug to your soul and you want to engage further and participate with them. But you have an opportunity to read the great stories and untold stories of work being done and lives being impacted in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm super excited about this event. I'm always having, but I worked with CNM for a few years now. I'm always super excited about this event because to all the nonprofits, you do great work. You make our communities the best place to live. You represent the best amongst us on a day-to-day basis. Your commitment, your sacrifice are exemplary. With limited resources, a lot of sacrifices, through a lot of emotional strength and vastly hard work, you successfully carry on the mission and help others like they are your own. You deserve an opportunity to have to get up and brag about your hard work and difference you make. So this is your time. This is your stage. You have this opportunity. I tell this to people all the time when they come to Nashville, Tennessee. The greatest part about Nashville is the people who do the work behind the scenes to make this community a great place. And you do work without getting recognition on Channel 5 News or Channel 17 News. You just day after day, you go out and take care of our community. So thank you very much. It's a great opportunity for you to tell your story, and we cannot wait to hear directly from you. So thank you very much for all your work, and I'm super excited to represent you. I'll do my best to make you proud. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Pratik, and I'm sure that you will absolutely make us proud. We appreciate your hard work and dedication to the nonprofits in the Middle Tennessee area. So I hope everyone is excited to learn more about the new and different aspects of the Salute Awards and applications this year. So we do want to briefly review some common themes that apply to the Salute Awards and address some frequently asked questions that we receive. So this year, there will be 10 awards, and each nonprofit organization can apply for up to 2 of those 10 awards. Each award will have a panel of 5 to 8 community volunteers who will review and evaluate those applications. They will decide if the application meets the award description and requirements, then recommend winners and finalists to CNM. So I do want to reiterate that CNM staff do not make these decisions, but we do engage community volunteers in this process and helping us determine these award recipients. This year, there will be no required virtual or in-person site visits as part of the application process. So we hope that will make the process a little bit easier for our applicants. Applications will go live today and will remain open until Friday, July 12th. And as I mentioned earlier, Salute to Excellence will take the form of a luncheon this year and is scheduled for Thursday, October 24th at the Music City Center. To qualify for a Salute Award, you must be a registered 501c3 organization with an active profile on Giving Matters. Organizations should have their mailing address listed in Middle Tennessee and provide significant services to residents of the Middle Tennessee region. Local chapters of national organizations may apply, provided that the chapters are locally managed and have their own tax-exempt status with full financial information available at a local level. Each award does have some restrictions on when past finalists and winners can apply. So please check those limitations individually. And in addition, for each award, your organization must be a current member of CNM. If you have questions about whether your membership is active, please reach out to our membership team at membership@cnm.org, and they will be happy to assist you and let you know your membership status. So we've just shared a lot of information, and just as a reminder, this information is also going to be listed on our website and on each award description. So you don't have to take notes on all of this today. And of course, we will have the recording available for this call soon if you'd like to go back and listen later. So before we turn things over to our panel, I do want to take the time to go through each award for this year and highlight some key points and changes or updates to the award language. So starting with the CEO of the Year Award, I'm delighted to announce that Pinnacle Financial Partners has joined us as the sponsor for this award. We are thrilled to have their support in recognizing outstanding leadership in our nonprofit community. Please join me in welcoming Robert Rigar from Pinnacle, who will be making a few remarks about what this award means to them. Robert, I will turn it over to you.
Thank you, Megan. And again, I'm Robert from Pinnacle, and we are thrilled to be an award sponsor at the Salute for the very first time. And just a little bit of background on how we got here. If you've been in Nashville a little while, especially in the nonprofit world, you might know of Gina Scott, who takes care of a lot of not-for-profit clients over here at Pinnacle and has been close to CNM forever. And then 2 years ago, I joined Pinnacle, and I'm thrilled to be here. And a couple months after that, another banker named Sabrina Miller came over. So we kind of looked around and realized, gosh, we have 3 bankers who focus, some to all of their time focusing on the nonprofit community and their banking needs and services. And when we were at the last Salute over at Belmont, it just kind of felt like, why are we not an award sponsor? We probably ought to be. We have so many people who focus on this. So it was great to connect with CNM, make the ask, and find out the timing was actually going to be pretty perfect, that there was an award that was going to be available. And then it was actually just double perfect in that it was the CEO of the Year Award, because for us, we've been the CEO Conversation Series sponsor for the last couple of years, which has been so rewarding. And my favorite thing is to see a CEO who's done it for a little while sitting next to a CEO who might be new in the seat for the first time, and watching them get together and either seeing people take notes or just kind of ask so many questions and kind of find a mentor right there on the spot has been just amazing to see that. So I love this award because we get to recognize someone who probably could be doing something different with their time if they chose to, but yet they want to be in the nonprofit world. And I always kind of think I would prefer being recognized over $100 bill any day of the week. And I know for all of us that calculus is different. Well, do you want $1 million? Do you want recognition? I mean, we all have a different answer to that question, but I think most of us, we really want recognition from our peers just as humans. That's what we kind of want. So this award's kind of fun because there's that, and there's a little bit of money that goes to your nonprofit. So we're really excited. And Megan, thank you for the opportunity, and glad you're here at CNM too. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Robert. And we are so appreciative of Pinnacle's support and your partnership this year. This award recognizes the importance of executive leadership in an organization's achievement of mission-driven results. An award of $5,000 will be presented to the winner.
That's for goodness sake.
This amount is to be split equally between the individual and the organization, and $1,000 will be provided to each of the 2 finalists. So this amount will also be split between the individual and the organization. So moving on to the next award, we are thrilled to announce that the UT College of Social Work is sponsoring the Social Justice Changemaker Award this year. This award, which we are very excited about, is a testament to the transformative work being done in our community. We sincerely appreciate your partnership at Salute this year, and we're fortunate to have Tony Murchison, Director of Outreach and Engagement at the University of Tennessee College of Social Work, on the call to share more about this award. Tony, can you please share with us why this particular award was of interest to the UT College of Social Work and why you feel it's significant to the nonprofit community?
Sure, absolutely. And thanks for having me here. There's two things to share about that. One, social work is one of the 6 core values and probably the most core value social justice is for the social work profession. It's central to everything that we do. So we always want to try to highlight it, teach all of our students how to engage in it, how to promote it. So that's really important for us. Also, we have a campus. We're in Knoxville, but we have a campus in Nashville that's been around since the 1960s. And we joke often that it feels like Nashville's best kept secret, and we don't want it to be a secret. So we're trying to get ourselves out there, and we're engaged with a lot of nonprofits in Nashville. I don't think we're a secret to them, but I hope that they appreciate seeing us at the table, and we're glad to be able to be at the table. And I'll say one other thing to the credit of CNM was maybe 2017 or 18 was the first Salute to Excellence Awards that I got to attend. I think it was at the Omni that year. And I was gobsmacked when I came in. I've been to, we all have, I think, been to 1,000 events and award ceremonies, but I think the Salute to Excellence Awards is a genius program. And I think it's a testament to CNM and your leadership to be able to acknowledge all the people in the nonprofit organizations and also bring so many partners into the space. And I really appreciate that. And again, UT College of Social Work is grateful to be part of that this year.
Thank you, Tony. Appreciate you being on the call today. And we're honored to partner with the College of Social Work for this award and looking forward to celebrating those minority-led nonprofits and their outstanding commitment to social justice. So for this award, the recipient receives $5,000 and $2,500 will be presented to each of the 2 finalists. Returning this year is the Craft CPA's Board Member of the Year Award. This award recognizes a board member who shows exemplary leadership, commitment, and advocacy in his or her role on a nonprofit board, especially in times of increased stress or crisis. An award of $5,000 will be presented to the winner for the organization, and $1,000 each will be presented to the 2 finalists for their organizations. Now, moving on to our next awards. This year, we are thrilled to announce that CNM will be presenting the remaining 7 awards, each highlighting outstanding achievements in the nonprofit sector. While these awards are typically sponsored, this year CNM will be taking the lead in recognizing excellence and innovation within our community. And I want to bring back Kara Duke, our Director of Development and Marketing, to help with these next awards. So we'll start with the Leadership Award. This award will be presented to an agency that has gone through a time of intense managerial or financial stress and have turned things around through leadership, strategy, and vision. An award of $5,000 will be presented to the category winner, and $1,000 will be presented to each of the 2 finalists. Kara, would you like to introduce our next award?
Sure. Okay, so next up is the Revenue Development Award. This award recognizes nonprofits that develop new or more effective ways to generate sustainable revenue, such as fundraising or diversifying revenue through nonprofit or for-profit activities. An award of $5,000 will be presented to the winner, and $1,000 will be awarded to each of the 2 finalists.
Thank you. The next award is the CFO of the Year Award. This award recognizes a financial manager who has enabled his or her agency to continue or improve its programs through sound financial management practices. An award of $5,000 will be presented to the category winner to be split between the individual and the organization. $1,000 will be presented to each of the 2 finalists, with that amount to be split between the individual and the organization. Kara, would you like to introduce the New Generations Award?
Yes, so the New Generations Award recognizes nonprofits who have utilized specific projects, programs, activities, or campaigns that engage and attract new generations of constituents, stakeholders, and supporters. An award of $5,000 will be presented to the winner, and $1,000 will be awarded to each of the 2 finalists.
Perfect. So up next, we have the Radical Loving Care Award. And this award recognizes individuals who are providing care or assistance to clients at a nonprofit agency and who are on the essential front line of caregiving at the service profession. The Radical Loving Care Award winner will receive $5,000 to be split between the organization and the individual, and $1,000 awards also to the two finalists to be split among the individual and the organization. Kara, will you introduce the next award?
Yes, so second to last, we have the Sustainable Practice Award. This award focuses on the environmental impact and sustainability contributions that local nonprofit organizations have made in the greater Nashville area. An award of $5,000 will be presented to the winner, and $1,000 each will be awarded to two finalists.
Perfect, thank you. And last but certainly not least, we have the Community Impact Award. And this award recognizes a nonprofit organization or collective group of organizations working in the field of health and human services who impact and advocate for entire populations by working on long-term structural changes to eliminate barriers, expand access, or improve care for whole populations of people who lack access to resources. An award of $5,000 will go to the recipient organization or cross-sector initiative showing demonstrable progress on systems change. An award of $1,000 will go to finalists or cross-sector initiative. I hope you can picture the awards that would be perfect for your organization as you consider which you plan to apply for this year's Salute Towards Excellence. There is a considerable cash prize pool available, so there is lots to be excited about. And now that you know about each of the awards, I will pass it over to Kara, who will walk you through additional details, resources, and processes. Kara?
All right, thank you, Megan. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and walk you guys through the application process. All right, so the first thing that you'll want to do is, of course, go to our website, and you'll go under the events link and go to Salute to Excellence. Once you click on Salute to Excellence, you can actually scroll down to the Learn More section. And this is where you'll find frequently asked questions, past winners and finalists, and even you're able to view the 2022 Salute Award ceremony. But you'll go here to this link. This is where the Salute to Excellence Awards categories and the application will be at this link. So you'll click on that. Here you'll see the categories, and you're able to see the award description and also the application. So let me give you a little tips about the application process. So you want to make sure that you have at least 30 minutes of time to go through the application. Also, you may want to type out your information on a separate document because that'll make it easier for you to kind of copy and paste that information into the application. You'll also, you might need to have attachments, so make sure you have those available and ready to attach to the application as well. And then also you want to make sure that you have a high quality logo that you upload, and also you will need to just fill it out all at one time when you're in the application. So let's look at the award description. So you can click on this link. Once you click that link, it'll pull up the award summary that you can review. It'll also pull up the finalists award prize information here. Also the requirements for the award will be there as well. And again, you want to confirm that you are a member of CNM, and you also want to confirm that your Giving Matters page is up to date as well. And as you move down, you will see information about, previous winner eligibility and also questions here at the bottom as well. So you will see that. All right. And then also what you want to do is, let me go back to the actual. I knew this was going to happen. I want to go back to the actual, here we go. Okay, so going back to our website and opening up the application so you can see that. So it's pretty much the same information that I just showed you on the PDF as far as the summary. But you will scroll down here and you will see mandatory items that you will need to complete here. And then you want to make sure that you pay attention to the word count. For instance, the mission statement, you only need 25 words or less for this section. And then here's the section where you may need to upload your logo or any other documentation there. There are 2 pages to the application. So once you complete that, and submit it, you'll receive an email confirming your submission. From there, our panel will review your application. And then from that point, we will notify you if you are a finalist, either through email or through phone call. And then we'll have our official finalist announcement in the end of August. So that is all the information, and I will pass it back to you, Megan.
All right, thank you so much. So before we move on to some additional guests that we have on the call, just wanted to remind those of you who may have joined late that if you have any questions, you can send those directly to Kara Duke or Ami Sadler through the chat feature. And out of respect for the panelists, we ask that you not private message them during the event, but please send those questions to Kara Duke or Ami Sadler. And then at the end of the call, we'll address the questions that have been asked. So at this time, we want to welcome back Prateek and also Carol Peterson, who was a 2022 Salute winner. She is the executive director at Uprise Nashville. So let's extend a warm welcome to these exceptional leaders who embody the spirit of Nashville's philanthropic sector. And as a reminder, if you have any questions, please share them in the group chat and we'll strive to address them as they come up. So to get started, Carol, this question is for you. What did the award application process look like for Uprise Nashville? And what types of information did you gather and how does your team prepare that application?
Yeah, Megan and Kara, thanks so much for having us. It's good to be back talking about Salute to Excellence and to be with you all. So our application was for the Community Impact Award, and Uprise Nashville is a career development program for people who face barriers to employment that could look like a criminal history that someone thinks will define them in their career for the rest of their lives. It could be people who are living paycheck to paycheck, and it could be, as it was in the case of our Community Impact Award, people who are in recovery and looking for a fresh start. And so when we read through the different kinds of awards, it was funny when you said, Megan, I hope that you can see yourself in one of these immediately, because of all of them, we could see ourselves in that application more than anything else. At Uprise, we help people get short-term training and education that places them in careers with upward mobility, things like clinical medical assisting, office administration, CDL truck driving. And we have a really robust partnership with a recovery community called Healing Housing. And we have had several of their participants come through Uprise and launch careers that they did not think were going to be possible for them. And so one of the reasons our partnership is really successful is because Healing Housing does what Uprise can't do, which is provide stability and provide recovery services and counseling to the individuals who are going through that program. And then once those individuals were at a place where they'd had 6 to 9 months of sobriety, they would come to Uprise and they would launch in our program. And then we would place them into career jobs that would allow them to leave Healing Housing and get their own apartments, in some cases, get their kids back, and really kind of start their life again. And so our thoughts immediately went to that partnership. And I think for us, it was a combination of which stories do we tell from that process, or from our collaboration. And then also we were fortunate enough to have almost 18 months of data about that as well. And so what were the outcomes for these individuals who had been served by Healing Housing and Uprise through that collaboration? So we looked to compile that information. We also wanted to make sure we were honoring our participants. At Uprise, we call our participants leaders because they're leading their own change. So we wanted to contact those leader participants and make sure that we had permission to tell their stories. Our leaders, by the time they're through with our program, are usually pretty open about their journey. They feel proud of where they have come from. And so we were able to use pictures and real names to tell their stories, which I think was beneficial, but we wanted to make sure that we did that first. And so really just kind of compiling all the information about the partnership and the people and the stories and the outcomes, I think was really kind of our biggest laboring oar initially in putting our application together.
Thank you for sharing that, Carol. I think that's really helpful for our prospective applicants to hear, to know, essentially what that looked like for you as someone who was a successful applicant in the past. So this next question is for Pratik. Tell us a little bit about the deliberative process and what the reviewers take into consideration and what they consider, during the criteria.
Thank you, Megan. So as a panelist or panel chair, one thing that we always go back to is the award description. So when you're applying, when a candidate is applying for a specific award, we're going back to, are we staying true to the essence of the award? So we're having a conversation as a panel together in identifying what we're looking for. We'll have a general discussions and agreements on what we're looking for. Then we'll review the applications. Every application that we receive, we'll get a fair view, fair look, and a sufficient time to go through line by line and understand what are you sharing with us? And then we'll compare the information. Once we receive the information, we'll come back together as a group and we'll have a discussion about, tell us about this nonprofit, tell us about this. If we have further questions, we'll always reach out to Kara or CNM group and ask clarifying questions. But a couple of things that Carol mentioned in her conversation, having data, that's important because every application will have a great story. All of you will do great work. So when we read the application, I know there have been tears when we're reviewing the application. There was one time where I was sitting and kind of wiping my eyes because I was tear running down, acting like I had allergies. I looked to my left and looked to my right, and they were kind of tearing up as well. So there's some great stories that comes through this application process. So everybody gets a fair shot. We're looking at award description, and then we're making sure that we have information to support the award. And we want to do our best to identify the best candidate for that award and that you truly represent the award that you applied for.
Thank you for sharing that, Pratik. I do not envy the job of our panelists who have to make those difficult decisions. And I know there are so many good applicants that it's really hard to narrow those down. So I certainly don't envy the responsibility that our panelists have on their shoulders. So Carol, this question is for you. How would you advise an organization in terms of balancing telling a story with more general information and data about that organization?
That's a great question. I was looking back at our application in preparation for this and reminded of the fact that you have really limited space in the great scheme of things. You've got about 250 words often to try to explain what your organization does. And I always think about how to explain what you do and the impact of it as being somewhat foundational to understanding why you deserve that award. I think the work that your organization does sets the stage for maybe why your board chair was able to help you out of a difficult time. So without the context of what your organization does, or in our case, what we did with Healing Housing, you really can't explain the collaboration, or you can't explain the value of maybe that person's work for you. So I think you need to set the stage, but you do have really limited space. And so you don't want to miss out on what we lawyers call the call of the question, which is, what you're getting the award for, and really highlighting that. I think you probably don't have too much room for maybe more than a story or two. And based on what Pratik just said, I think, the data and the fact that it's successful is important. That was one thing that we felt pretty strongly about. As nonprofits often will have a lot of great ideas, and we may be initiating that, and it may be in the early stages. But my sense is that, and Pratik, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is that you're looking for something that's a little bit more proven, a little bit more established, and has some data to support the fact that what you're doing has had the impact that the award is looking to honor.
That is correct, Carol.
Thank you for sharing that, Carol. I know that's always a balance in any kind of application, whether for an award or for funding, is to ensure that you're telling a story to give an illustration of the success of your program, while also describing the mechanics of what you do and the outcomes of what you do, and providing that data for those who are reviewing those applications. So Pratik, a question for you, and from your experience, what are the panels looking for in terms of the written application? And specifically, what advice do you have for those who this might be their first time applying for a Salute Award?
So there's no coordination between Carol Peterson and me. I just want to make sure, so we can tie back and forth a lot. So as a review panel, if you do a story, if you do a specific example of here's what we did, and you tell a story about that, it's easier for panel to get connected with the application. When you have a lengthy hypothetical, here is what we would do, it confuses panel, and we gravitate towards where there's a story, right? So I'll give you a great example of this, going back to the previous question as well. When I served as a panel the first time, there was a specific nonprofit, I won't name names, but there's a nonprofit, they had done a story about what they had done. As a panel, we said, we reviewed everything, agreed. Me personally, I went home, went to bed, I woke up at 2 a.m, and I sent an email to the group. I said, hey, we need to talk about this. I think we need to give this nonprofit an opportunity, and we need to discuss this seriously. Gracious enough, everybody jumped on a call next day, and we talked about the nonprofit. And we actually did a site visit when we did site visit at the time at the nonprofit. So a story really engages panel, because it's easiest way of communicating your message is storytelling. Here is what we have done. And I know for a fact that all the work that I've done, people I've engaged with, some of you guys have the best stories. And let me tell you, the number of times that I have sat on some of these panels and read, and times I've teared up. I literally, every time I get this review documents, I'm sitting in my chair and I have a box of tissue next to me and a bottle of water, because undoubtedly there's a couple of times I'll just tear up from the stories that I've read in the panel, the work that you all do. So from the experience perspective, again, story is easier for the new applicants. I would highly encourage everybody on this group supports each other very well. If you picked up the phone and called Carol and said, Carol, I'm applying for the first time. Can you please give me some guidance? What should I do? How should I handle it? Make sure you do that, because that's what makes Nashville great. We want to help each other. And then one other thing I would also do is, if you have additional questions, reach out to Kara and CNM group and ask them questions for the support, because they'll connect you with the group as well. the storytelling and connecting with the people who have done successfully. And don't be afraid. Get your team engaged. Everybody in the team engaged. You know, some of the best applications we have seen is where everybody in the nonprofit have participated with the ideas and stories, and they look great.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Pratik. So a couple more questions before we begin to wrap up. Carol, how has winning a Salute Award affected your organization and its goals?
I would say that in the immediate short term, running a nonprofit, working for a nonprofit can be really hard and really challenging. And so in the short term, it was really fun and encouraging and affirming for our team. We didn't know that we were going to win, but we all got to go that night and to celebrate together. And that was an amazing experience. Had I known that we were going to win, I probably would have invited some of our participants whose stories we told in our application to be there with us. Maybe that's something to consider for the future. But it was really, really fun. It was honoring to them to know that their stories had been recognized with an award like this. In the longer term, the recognition gave a lift to a lot of our programs in different ways. We had people who became aware of us for the first time, whose hearts were moved by the stories that we told or the work that we did, and they volunteered to be, or they wanted to come and be volunteers. We definitely received additional donors as a result of winning this award. I think another thing that was really significant for us as well in the work that we do is we had new employer partners. We have a partnership with Vanderbilt Medical Center, and I think some of the other hospital groups around town kind of sat up and took notice of that, and it's brought us other employer opportunities as well, which is really invaluable to the work that we do as well. And then the last thing I think that it's done is it has given us greater credibility with other funders. If you go check out our websites, or if we're doing another grant where they ask us about different awards or places that we've been featured, this award from CNM is known. It's
Thank you so much for sharing that, Carol. So just the last question, and this really is for both of you, and particularly if you'd like to go first. What would you say to encourage nonprofits to apply for an award or awards this year?
So most importantly, you guys do great work, right? So I'll say this over and over again because I firmly believe that you guys do great work, and you guys deserve an opportunity to tell your story and brag about what you do. So this is what this is. This is your opportunity to tell what you have done and brag about it. And at the end of the process, some of you will be winners, some of you will be, finalists, and some of you may not win. Now, we like to say yes to everybody. That's what we'd like to do. I wish we can award everybody, every applicant, but we can't. But this is a great opportunity for what Carol talked about. One of the best responses I heard, I was speaking with somebody in a nonprofit group, and I asked a question, what does CNM mean? And his response was exactly what Carol talked about. It's not about the money. It's about the recognition. It's about the validation of the fact that we have arrived. So this is your opportunity, and I can promise you, I know quite a few panelists who are on this call as well, or who are participating. There is no such thing as this group may get it, this may not get it. There is no predetermination. Everyone, when you put that application in, everyone has a fair shot. And your application will be reviewed seriously and sincerely. So I would encourage to apply, and if you're eligible to apply for more than one award, do it, because there's nothing and differentiate your application. Just don't take the same application and stick it on the other side. Take the award description, make an application for that specific award, and then if you're if you want to apply for the second one, do for the second one as well. But do a separate application with a separate distinction on it. But I highly encourage everyone. Your story deserves to be told. And it's our privilege to be able to read and tell that story to people that we engage with. I talk with 500-600 people on a monthly basis. And the number of times I've told people, you should look at this nonprofit, they've done a great job. And the reason is I connected with that organization through this event. So this is your stage, shine and be proud and just do your best and put your best effort.
Thank you, Pratik. Carol, what about you?
Yeah, I would echo what Pratik said, but I would add that I think too often in nonprofits, we are quick to charge the next hill and we kind of throw some accomplishments to the side or over our shoulder and we just charge the next hill. And I think this is an opportunity for you as a team to maybe look back and to think about people that maybe you've missed, stories that you haven't told, excellence that you haven't recognized, maybe some things that that are important, but maybe have kind of gone to the wayside. And getting together as a group to think and to remember and then to articulate those stories is just a super encouraging process in the context of these awards and these applications. And I think it's also a great way to mine some ways that you can let your great work shine and be seen by CNM.
Thank you, both of you, for sharing your thoughts. So Kara and Ami have been monitoring the chat. So Kara, I will turn it over to you to address any questions that we may have.
Okay, we don't have any questions. Well, I did see maybe like a comment about an award prize being split between the winner, and I'm thinking that might be for the CEO of the Year award. So basically, with that award, the winning CEO, they will receive, or the winning organization will receive $5,000. That $5,000 will be split between the CEO and the organization. So it'll be $2,500 to the CEO, $2,500 to the organization. And again, we do have the frequently asked questions on the website. I know that you may not have your questions right now, but when you get into completing the application, you may have questions. So feel free to reach out to us and we will walk you through that. So that's all I have.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much again, Pratik and Carol, for sharing your insights with us. Of course, thank you to each of our award sponsors in Craft CPAs, the UT College of Social Work, and Pinnacle Financial Partners. And a huge thank you to Amazon for being our 2024 Salute to Excellence presenting sponsor. We are looking forward to celebrating with each of you in October, which will be here before we know it, and really recognizing the excellence that is among the nonprofit sector. So there will be an email going out that has the video recording of today's call, and applications are officially now open on our website and are due on July 12th. So thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful afternoon, and we look forward to your being part of Salute to Excellence 2024.
Bye, Megan. Bye, Kara.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, y'all. Thanks so much.
Bye.